Hi guys, welcome to my Naked Urban Decay palette, the original palette. It comes with 12 really high pigmented shadows, and if you're looking to buy a palette, I would recommend one of the Urban Decay Naked palettes. So this first tutorial, we're going to be focusing on the original Naked palette with my friend Janine here. Hi guys. Hi. Alright, so I am going to be starting, as always, with primer on her lids, Urban Decay, and because we're going for like a little bit of a shimmery look, I decided to use Sin, which is a little bit more shimmery than the original, which dries clear. So has a little bit more of a pearlescence kind of shimmer to it. So you just put a little bit on the back of your hands, and if you're doing it to yourself, raise your eyebrows. Keep your skin taut so the primer and the shadows go on smoothly. And I told Janine my nails are a little bit long, they're kind of getting out of control. A little bit more difficult to work with. So if you lean forward, you can see, sometimes I just wear this primer on its own. It adds, like I said, a nice little sheen. But it also, you know, it covers up any sort of like veins and discoloration.
So using Anastasia's Brow Wiz in Soft Brown, I'm just going through and defining Janine's eyebrows. She doesn't really need a lot of shaping because she has a good shape to her brows already. So I'm basically just going in and filling in the spots that are a little bit sparse. And this just gives a nice frame to the eyes.
Okay, so we have defined the brows, and now we are going to apply the shadow. So I always start by doing the brow lift, and you can use a pencil or you can use a light shadow. In this case, I am using the lightest on the palette, Virgin. So we're putting that right underneath the brow bone, or right on the brow bone, right underneath the eyebrow. Making sure you guys can see. And again, this color is Virgin, and this just helps to lift the brows. Defines the brow a little bit more. And then we're gonna fill it in with Buck. Fill in the inner part of the eye, so not the lower lid, not where we just were with the brow bone, but right in between. So kind of all over the lid, between the brow bone and the lash line. And you'll notice for the first color, I used the flat side of the this brush actually comes with the Naked 2 palette. Sorry, but I'm using a flat brush. So use the flat brush that comes with the palette, which is this one. And then I switch to a fluffier brush when I'm doing the butt color, just because we're applying it to a larger area, and it's really important to blend it in. Okay, so if you lean closer, you can see there's a little bit of definition in between her eye. And now on the inner lid, I'm going to put Sin, which is a light kind of champagne color. And it just helps to open up the eye. I always say if you have a dark color on the inner lid, it makes your eyes appear smaller. So we want to do the opposite of that, unless you're lucky enough to have huge eyes. You'll want to put like a light color on the inside. Okay, so we put Virgin on the top, Buck in the middle, and Sin in the inner corner so far. And now we're going to highlight the crease. So we're going to take Hustle, which is right next to a black color in the palette. Hustle, have you shut your eye, raise your eyebrows so you can really get into the crease. And you're going to take that Hustle color, which is the darkest color we're going to be using for this look, and we're going to put it on the crease and along the lash line. We've got like Animal House right now, so 2 dogs, a cat, and they're all like trying to get in here. So you hear barking. Same thing on the other side. We're gonna take Hustle, And we're going to put that into the crease. You know, you can see, and this is why I put on foundation after, there's some follow underneath her eyes. Sorry. So the reason I put the foundation on after is because you'll want to get rid of all of that excess shadow. So I'm adding Hustle, same thing, I'm just making sure I'm blending it. So I blend with a fluffy brush and apply with a flat brush. Okay, so I'm going to lighten it up a little bit because it's kind of a little bit intense. So I'm going to put Toasted, which is right next to Hustle, on the lid. And by lid, I mean just the straight middle part, like where your iris would be if you're looking forward. This is Toasted. You don't want to go over the light color that we have on the inside. We're just kind of lightening up the crease. Okay, lean forward. It's kind of like a nice brown, shimmery champagne color. And there's one more color I'm going to add, which is Dark Horse. And I'm just going to add it to the outside, just the very outside. I'm not going to bring it in like I did with Hustle. Dark Horse, I'm only applying to this outside part, this outer V. And that just adds a little bit more definition. Got it. Okay, so I have the eyeshadow applied, and you're gonna be like, what is going on under here? Like, this is not a good look, and it's not a good look underneath, but that's why I put the foundation on after. So, if I can switch over here, sorry. This is your best friend when you're doing a smoky eye. It is eye makeup remover. Make sure you use an eye makeup remover for water-soluble makeup. If you use one for waterproof, which is a mistake a lot of people make, it has oil in it, and so if you take off some makeup and there's oil on your face, it's going to prevent other makeup from going on your face and staying there. So if you ever try to take off eye makeup and put more on over it, and it's just not happening, that's probably the problem. Done the eyeshadow, I want to put on some eyeliner on top, and the look that she is going for called for a liquid eyeliner. So I'm using Maybelline's Master Precise, which is an easy liquid eyeliner to use. Looks like a pen like that, like it's kind of like using a permanent marker. One of the things I would suggest, if you have one of these that has a little bit too much of the liner on it, take a tissue and just dab it. And this one doesn't have too much, but if you have too much, it just makes it so it's easier to put on. So again, lift the eyebrows, shut your lids. And this particular eyeliner makes it really easy to get that line. So I'm just going in short little strokes. Don't try to make the entire thing right away. Just little strokes that you're connecting together. And you're gonna flick it a little bit out on the outside. So if you can lean forward and shut your eye. So just a little bit flicked on the outside. We're gonna do the other side. And we flick it on the outside to draw the eye upwards. And if you mess up, it's okay, because you know what? You've got that eye makeup remover. That's what this is for.
So I'm applying foundation to Janine using a foundation brush and putting the foundation on the back of my hand. And in this case, the foundation was actually a little bit too dark, just because it's the dead of winter here in Marquette, and we're a little bit paler than usual. So I cut the foundation by using a little bit of moisturizer. So it's a nice way to put on foundation that's a little bit more sheer than you normally would have. So I'm making sure to blend that into the hairline and all along the lower jawline before moving on to concealer. So the same thing, I put the concealer on the back of my hand, and using a concealer brush, I put it directly under the eye, down the nose, and in that triangle shape. And here, because we've used eyeliner, I use the concealer to create a more precise line with the liner. Between the makeup remover and the concealer, you can get a really precise look, and it will help to create the angle of the eyeliner that you want. So make sure that you blend it all up into the eye along the lash line, and you can see how the concealer on one eye brightens up her whole face. She looks a little bit more awake on that side, and so we're going to add it to the other side. And the same thing, just make sure that you blend it all the way along the lower lash line and down the nose and out, and to define that liner on her eye. So I'm putting it kind of on top of the apples of the cheeks. Don't put it too low, because if you put it too low, then it'll draw the face down, and we don't want that. Then I take my contour brush, and Janine does want some contour, so I'm taking that L'Oreal Blendable True Match Powder in Cocoa, and we're going to find her ear, and her cheekbone is like mid-ear. So we're going to draw that line down here. Can you see when I'm doing that? It's a pretty distinct line right there. Now the other side. Same thing, middle of the ear. So we're going to have like two pretty obvious lines. But you're not going to whack around like that, so that's okay. And then I just kind of blend it into the hairline up here. Nose, dip the brush into the powder, and you're going to go down both sides of the nose, and this will make it appear smaller. And the closer we put those lines together, the smaller it will look. So you don't want to go crazy with that or anything. Okay? Now we have to blend it in, because we don't want her walking around looking like she's got stripes all over her face. So I'm taking that Urban Decay pressed powder, a big fluffy brush, and blending. Look up. So this helps to cut down all of the harsh lines, but it also helps to keep the makeup on. Okay, then I'm going to highlight, because I always love finishing with a highlighter on the face. This is Becca's highlighter in Opal, just very, very little bit on the tops of the cheekbones here. I barely have to touch the brush into her face, and then I also go down the bridge of the nose. Okay, back to the eyes for a couple finishing touches. Taking a flat brush, and I am using Half Baked, look up, and this is highlighting the inner corner of her eye. So if you want to lean forward, just brightens it up a little bit, opens the eye, and it's just like a really cool color too, that gold. Okay, we're gonna add some mascara. This is Cute Pink from Sephora. And because we're doing like an intense smoky eye, well, it's not intense, but it's because we're focusing on the eye, I wouldn't normally do like a crazy lip or anything, so this is just a nice neutral pink.